Greetings, love. It's Intuitive Jacob, and we're back to do a leap into love reading. Feel free to check your sun, your moon, and your rising. We're going to be pulling 7 cards from this John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck to have a look at what you are both thinking on the first line, how you're feeling, and then how people are acting. And then the center card is going to be basically your disposition. Let's have a look on the inside. Greetings, Capricorn. How you doing? It's so good to have you here. Welcome to Pisces on. 2020 seeing clearly. How's that going for you? Hearing things differently, aren't we? So, let's see what's going on here in this relationship. We've got you, them, stories could flip-flop. Your own designations. These are thoughts, feelings, actions. Where we're meeting in the middle. Where's this energy lining up? Let's start here. Capricorn. This is reminding me of the last reading I did for you. I'm hearing somebody can't wait to show what they have done. I'm hearing they just can't wait. For some of you all, it's the he, and I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's the one. Please come back. Yeah. This is a 9 here, and I'm hearing for some of you all, if you've been holding out for this one here, especially if it's like, I'm hearing it might have been a while. Because this power card here, this can show up when people have special passion. It's a very passionate energy. This is a lot like your strength card. So if you are more familiar with more traditional style decks, that's a lot like what that's going to be like. This is somebody knowing how to access their raw energy and also maintain a certain composure. And so, for some of you all, it's like, what do I do? And just having a lot of thoughts about it. Because I'm hearing you might be consumed with thoughts about this person. Especially if you just love his hair is what I'm hearing about. It's like maybe how you see him. And I'm hearing it's like you might not identify at all as like a cat person is what I'm hearing. But it's like you purr around this person or something. It's like really strong magnetic attraction. And I'm hearing, especially if they were gone for a period of time, whatever they've been doing, especially if it's been like focused on a business, they've been through some shit, they've been doing some heart healing, and they've got a story, they've got a testimony, they've got something that they want to share with you. And I'm hearing they didn't feel like they were going to be able to, but it's like something happened behind the scenes and moved some stuff around is what I'm hearing. And so, I don't know. Let's see what else is going on, because they've had a lot on their mind with this, and I feel like they have something they can share with you now. And so, I'm hearing too, especially if it's a him over here, he like wants to talk about your hair. It's like whatever you did with your hair, it's like he really likes it. All right, let's see what's going on here with the feelings. Okay, so, well, there is something definitely happening here. Watch out for this one, because for some of you all, you need to know that you might have been having some psychic attacks because of, like, I'm just hearing it's like people might be a little jealous, especially if one or both of you might be very attractive, because I'm hearing it's like your singles groups around you. It's kind of like Snoopy vibes. And it's like all around, and it's also saying that you two might have a really deep connection. We can kind of see between things, because the 7 deception and envy here, it's a very mental energy. And this is somebody that can kind of see, you know, and they can check in and out. And for some of you all, this is like knowing that somebody might have hurt them. That's what I'm hearing. You might have been hurt here too. I'm hearing this might be, and make sure you're not the one that's going around hurting people, because for some of you, you're going to know if there was some shady ass kind of Capricorn or person around the Capricorn that was just like doing that because what they could see both sides of it, and like all the way through it, and so they're just trying to get away with it, because there's some real cutty energy here. For some of you all, it's like you knowing what they went through, and I'm hearing they might have had a surgery or something. Because I'm hearing it's like you knowing certain things about them, and I'm just seeing these like maybe lines up here, and they're both in the green shirt. I'm hearing it's the same guy, you know? It's like what you might know that he went through. I'm hearing it might just be like mental agony too. And so for some of you though, it's like itchy nose. It's just like gossip around you, especially if I'm hearing it's like you might have hit it off with him, and you might have had a friend that just tried to sabotage it and might have poisoned that at some point. You're going to find some information out, because for some of you, this is the past coming back. And this is why this happens around like these Mercury retrograde situations where there's high metallic particles being induced in a magnetic move, where we're moving density, we're moving our energy, our hypersentience to a place that's safer, in a biosphere. What the 7 is for some of you all, it's like harmony with magnetic particles, metal everywhere, just moving so fast that sometimes you didn't know it was moving. It doesn't mean it wasn't. And so, anyway, this is you having a very special understanding of primal things and things that this person seems to have a grip on too, because intuition's showing up here. This is your high priestess energy. They might have been keeping secrets, and, you know, it might not be that they were trying to. If this is your partner, you need to have a conversation, because for some of you all, you can't carry on like this, especially if they're making money decisions and putting things out there. You might be finding out some stuff that you didn't know about. And I'm hearing for some people, it's like, be careful, especially if you find out they were hiding, like, I was hearing for somebody it was like bad gambling debts before in the past. I'm hearing for some of you might be hearing this about people around you. What I'm seeing here though is this person here might not have just openly admitted how they feel about you, because for some of you all, this is a suitor that's been through a lot, and they're in touch with their emotional side. It's like they might have a strong Pisces or Aquarius vibe to them. I'm hearing this too as either like Aquarius or Pisces energy. And they've been really focused on whatever they've needed to do, because I'm hearing they really had to close the door on something. I'm hearing it was like a bad real estate deal or something. Something happened with something to deal with their occupation, their living situation. It's been a lot. And for some of you all, it's like, if you're not in a relationship with this person yet, if you're like both kind of, I don't know, I'm just hearing there's like singles groups around you that might be like kind of catty, because they're interested parties that just would like to get in there, you know? They want a chance. And so, especially if this person's just like a really good catch. So, okay, let's see what's going on here. How we're acting. All right, Capricorn, I'm hearing it's like you're going to speak up. I don't think you have any problem with that at all either. It's like you know how to be your advocate. Sometimes you're the only one who's willing to speak up and just be like, hello. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like pulling out your right cut-a-bitch tactics too, because for some of y'all, it's like you knew, you saw through it, and you know what? If you didn't say anything, it's like, it's that shame on me, shame on you thing, you know? It's like, fool me once, or fool me twice, or whatever the thing is that people blah blah about. And where a Capricorn sometimes is just like, F it, here's your Ace of Swords style energy in this deck. This is taking the initiative to just be like, whoop, there's what you needed to know. And that cuts both ways, right? And it's real cutty. So make sure nobody's going for your face there, right? Because that's like, that's Trump style energy. That's knowing what you need to do and cutting that real close. And here, I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, look, I just love you and please be mine. And somebody being like, wow. Yes. So, who asked? Because somebody shows up here maybe looking at rings or having made a decision and thinking and acting on behalf of two, you know, that plurality of like the one that's two, what the High Priestess knows about this power and being two in one suit. And where a yes might look like, put it on that finger. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. This is a really nice energy. It's fertile. Okay, so what do we have here in the center? Well, we've got solitude. For some of you all, you just need to go be alone together. And it's like how that book happened. You know, that living thing. Where you have a shared light in common. And for some of you all, it's like, because in some situations, you know, if there was like somebody going behind and like doing something and figuring out about that, because if that's the case, this is just a cutoff point and it being like, I'm really okay here. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like perfect moment for you to like, I'm hearing invoke your sun sign, because I'm hearing you might be like the Capricorn moon watching this, and your sun sign might actually be either Libra or Virgo here. And I'm hearing for some of y'all that's what this is. But I'm hearing for others, this is like seriously where you realize that certain things have been worth being quiet about until you were just sure. And then sometimes you come back and you're like, you know what, I did know that. And knowing not to beat yourself up for it too, Capricorn, because sometimes it's like, you know, just because you knew something, supposedly, allegedly, and you didn't act, it's sometimes, I mean, that's an act of grace sometimes, you know, sometimes that's an act of grace and just making sure that you evaluated something. And so, you know, there's something about that, and just make sure you keep that in mind, because I'm hearing for some of you all, there might be a situation where you are doubting about that, and it's good for you to not doubt that part about yourself, because that's just where you're giving, you know, and where couldn't we all use a little more grace, right? So just because we know that now doesn't mean that you're willing to keep repeating that cycle with people. And I feel like this is definitive action. This is knowing that something happens. And so it's interesting what's going on with the solitude. I feel like I just want to get some more clarity on that for some of you all. Let's just see what happens. We've got the Sibylas here. Because for some of you all too, here's what you need to know. It's true. I'm actually seeing, like, for somebody here, if you misjudged the situation, like especially if you did something a little devious, or if it's implicit in some way, they kind of see through it. Because for some of you, there's a small amount of you where you know that. It's like, and if that's the case, if you put it out there, I think you definitely should. I think you should definitely be in your truth on that, especially if there's something you know or like are doubling back about. Be in your truth. Be in your truth about why. Because they kind of understand it, they get it, and they might need time to make a decision about whatever it is that you're bringing up. And for some of you all, you know, maybe that's what the solitude is too. So it's just going to have to depend on which Capricorn you are. But let's see what else we can find out about that. What does my Capricorn need to know about that solitude? Okay. Woo! Well, that one, we'll start there. La Costanza. This looks very similar, actually. This Costanza here, this is a 10. That's a 9. But it's like the woman leaning on that column after some stuff blew up. Here, she's on the beach, right? And here it's like, wherever this made you feel illuminated most is foundational here. Because it's opened something up here. Now, the challenge with this energy here, this is sort of material, this is money. These are gifts of precious stones, is what this card actually talks about. It's about how well you have learned something, that you're kind of like that open book, you know? And so I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, whatever it is you gotta say here, it's kind of like putting yourself in a demonstration to really prove it. And then we've got this Lanemica. Okay, this is real slippery slope here, because for some of y'all, this is the two-faced enemy. This is the person that was devious behind you, or behind somebody's back, or who was creating that situation. Here's a mask being taken off here. Here's a mask being taken off here. There's somebody with a dagger in their hand. There's somebody here with a knife in their hand. Okay, so it's like knowing what it means. And being willing to speak up and to be open. And for sometimes, you know, this Lanemica is an actual freaking enemy. And it's horrible. And you need to be honest. And for others, just depending on how this goes, this might be like just opening up, just taking off the mask. Okay, so you have to know who and where. For a lot of you all, it's a protective way to make sure that you're around the right person who might be trying to look into all these windows. You know? And so for some of you all, this is actually just having made that decision, like I said, if you're getting together with this person, to take a trip, because Viaggio is actually what's looking up at me, and what solitude could be too, because sometimes it's just time to be together and to cut it off and make sure that there's a certain shade in place. Alright, you're going to know if it's yours here, Capricorn. Love you very, very much. Love to hear your comments. Let me know if you have anything to say. I always love your comments. If you'd like to chat too, we actually have the Very Fine Martians chat room listed below, and hit me up if you'd like your own private reading. If not, just know I'm thinking of you. I love you. Take care. We'll catch you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now. Promise that you'll catch me.